Welcome to Shift Your Shit, Kill Your Fear. My name is Marielle, and here to get you more free and clear. A reminder that all that I share with you is just a remembrance of who you really be. And today we are going to talk about this concept that I think is thrown around a lot, and let's get really clear on it. I intend for you as you listen to this, again, it's a remembrance at a soul level, and that when you leave from this space today and hearing these words that are nothing you don't already know at a soul level, that you feel more free and clear and stepping more into your alignment of who you're really here to be. That being said, words have frequencies, and we also attach the mind to the words. So even a word like meditation can feel really soothing and lovely to someone to hear that. Someone may be saying, oh, you're speaking my language, I love meditation. And for someone else, it feels very, very constricting and scary and unnerving to the regulation system. And so when we can see that a word is just words, a letter is just a letter, but until we create a perspective, a narrative, an interpretation of that meaning of the word is where either we feel free or we feel stuck. So the idea of even things and words like money, how does that do? Does it expand you or contract you? And the word like meditation, does it expand you or contract you? And other words that again can also be just connected to different people or situations in your life, creating the friction or the expansion in your mind. And all that being said, today I want to focus on the word of oneness because I believe it's being put out there as we are all one. And although it sounds all kumbaya and wonderful, what does that actually mean? And today I'm going to actually connect that to subconscious reprogramming work and how that works together and how this is an incredible ride if you can see it that way and you put the lens on that way today to seeing these words, to seeing these interpretations of the consciousness around us, the awareness around us of what this really means at a soul level beyond just me speaking words to you. This is to be here to activate you. And so oneness, what does that all mean? That we're all here as one. But what you could say is, well, you look different than me, you have a different life than me, you have different situations going on. Sure, but at the end of the day, everyone is a part of you. And what that means is that things that are going on from other people are showing you things about yourself. And sometimes it can be good and sometimes it can not feel good, but all of it is actually good because it's bringing you closer home to you. So if you can notice things of people doing things that you don't resonate with, it's reminding you of what you do resonate with, and things that are reminding you and triggering you is showing you where you are not free in your mind and body and opening you to that expansion if you are ready to dive into it and really look at the self. Always we can point the finger, and we have 3 fingers, if not 4, pointing back at us. So what do we do with that information? We either can ignore it and blame other people and play victim in our life, or we can be the own hero, the own change maker in our life, going, how can I help this grow me, change me, evolve me? So I'm going to give you some examples of this today because, again, words are just words. Oneness, the idea that we are all a bead on the same necklace. Oneness, that we are all are part of a trickle of water of the big ocean, meaning that we're all here together. We're all here as mirrors and witnesses of each other. And we can look at people in that way. Not only can that be a little bit fun and entertaining, but it can also set you free. Because again, you're not going to have to worry about judgment and fear and not being liked, and it's all an illusion. Because if all these people are you, it goes back to, where are you judging you? Where are you fearful of your not being in alignment to you coming up? Because other people are just here to project those things back to you. So I want to share a few examples. I not only do one-on-one work, but I also lead group containers. And what's really powerful about the group containers is it really shows you so clearly this oneness. Because every time that people come in this group and they're sharing these things to shift, they are seeing themselves in these other people. When someone is stepping into their bravery and courageous shares, in real time, numerous amount of times, if not most of the time, there are situations where people will say, oh my gosh, I've either experienced that or I'm living that now. And I'm going to share with you a almost verbatim situation that occurred. And one of them was with a partner, and they were dealing with either having to move with them or not, and be with them or not. And they were seeing things as, well, it'd be more convenient because I have more kids than they do. And the other person that shared, it was the same, almost identical situation that was occurring. And that's just one example of so many that we think we're so special in the way of what we're going through. But if you knew that 5 million people were also right now dealing with that, it wouldn't feel so alone, and it wouldn't feel so heavy maybe, and more validating and giving you more strength, knowing that you intending and you shifting your shit at a deeper level is also setting other people free. And what's really cool about this work too is that someone that I also had worked with overcame a situation that someone was sharing, and it gave light to, this is what it looks like on the other side. And so it's possible for you too. Our mind focuses on limitations so much easier and quicker because, again, it's more of a survival for the mind than seeing the possibilities and freedoms of what can be possible. For example, a woman that's in a toxic relationship is focusing on just the good of what's happening and not the bad, and believing that I can never find anyone better than this. When if we really feed the mind and we can know consciously, maybe not subconsciously, that what if it could be even a million times better than that? To feed that instead of the fear of, I don't know if I can ever find anybody else, period. So taking a moment to pause, where am I playing this small little story of possibility, or not even seeing a possibility of, I have to move apartments. I'm never going to find an apartment as great as this. Why can't you find an apartment that's even 10 times greater? Feed the mind the even better. Because someone out there has done something just like that and is living even more of a dream life than they could ever imagined in that apartment with that relationship, so on and so forth. Also, the idea of oneness can look like the following as well. And also another client story as well, where the partner of them were judging them for spending money on certain things. And what the client was struggling with is feeling frustrated that the partner, was paying for things and spending on things that they were wanting to do. And so what was happening is this osmosis, this shared identical experience. And whose was whose thought, if it was neither of theirs even, of the judgment, but it was spiraling through both of them to each other and continuing, that they were judging each other of their spending. And at that point, it's a lose-lose. And so again, we could say, well, they need to change their spending, or they need to change the way that they're speaking to me about spending. But what the real work is, there's like this concept of oneness. So within, so without. It's doing the work within first. And so what we had to do is we get to do is work on, how are you judging yourself with spending? And first and foremost, how are you judging them with spending? Because you can't change the way that they are speaking to you and thinking about you. But the possibilities of what can occur when you start changing, so within, so without, you see the relationships in your life and situations in your life changing. That's why this work is so beyond powerful. When you start catching the narratives and stories and reels that are going on in your deeper mind, and you shift them, first being aware, then shift, you will see the things outside of you shifting and changing beyond the fears, worries, doubts, anxieties, and into the dream reality. And I don't even mean out there yet. I mean in here, that you feel aligned, better, clearer, more you, and that your world starts showing that abundance of you in all the different layers and ways. So at the same time, again, the relationship shifting, the way that you are relating to yourself shifting, because that's really what it is. When you are judging other people, you are really judging yourself, and that is just projected out to other people. When someone is getting mad at you or angry with you, where are you getting mad and angry at yourself? Because why are you in alignment to that? And this fun little game that I call it, or dance, is not to beat yourself up and to get even more into your shame and guilt of, well, if they're angry at me and I'm angry at myself, I'm failing, and that's not it. It's going, thank you for showing me this possibility. Because at any moment, it's how we respond to something, not even about that thing. So let's look at someone yelling at you. The focus is not, this person is yelling at me. The focus is, what am I making it mean about me? Why is this showing up in my movie is one of my favorite questions. And you get to explore more the depth of you, to become more free and clear in you, to set yourself free, because you're not going to be able to set the other person free. You are here to serve, not to help fix or change anybody. And so when you know that, it keeps coming back to the internal work of you. Another concept I'd like to share is like a Mario game, where we can look at Mario. He has the sidekick Luigi, he has Bowser, this thing, trying to, fight him. He has Princess Peach to save. But if we look at all those players as just certain aspects of us, imagine you have this spider web of connections, but it all comes back to oneness of you. The Bowser that is mean and angry and fighting you is a part of you, mean, angry, fighting you. And Princess Peach to save is really that internal child of you that you want to be reminded of and feel good about and connect with. And that's the real saving Princess Peach. And Luigi is a reminder that you always are supported. You have people by your side if it's something bigger than you, and angels and creator, God, universe, whatever you call it, or just even other people that have been brought into this experience timeline moment for you that you have by your side, that are just a piece of you, of that 5-year-old you, of whatever it may be. Maybe Luigi is that 5-year-old version of Mario. At the end of the day, it gets to be fun here while we're in this planet Earth to see actual people, because we like the physical. We want to be able to see, experience things. When you think about you're speaking to God or creator or something bigger than you, or angels or anything that you can't see, there is a really beautiful piece to that. But of course, again, as a human, we like to hear people's voices, and we like to see people and their features and all the incredible things that we forget to just appreciate the oneness that we are, and that we get to see that in our physical reality. So many beautiful things can be created in the mind. You can close your eyes right now and picture a flower and take in the smell and see what's around it in nature and create a whole beautiful scene. And the mind has no idea it's anything different than the realness. But you can also open your eyes, as you open them right now, and intend to see flower in the next day or two or even hour, and see a flower, see a bush, and enjoy that. Enjoy that and appreciate that that's actually in your physical reality. Because that's what manifestation is, right? Is this buzzword, is that you can see something in your mind and then you can see in the physical reality. And that's the fun. That's the play. It all is the fun, and all is the play, and all is the dance, and all is the game. And it's really, really lovely when you're in this human experience to see it outside of you. So right now, knowing that we are one, knowing that it's like this web, this spider web that we are creating, so within, so without, I intend for you to reflect on where you can loosen the grip, where you can be more gentle with yourself through this dance of life, where you can open to the possibilities that the people around you in situations are just knocking at your door for more of your alignment, for more of your trust, for more of your faith, for more of your internal peace. Knowing that inside you, the knobs are being turned and shifted to the alignment of you, like a car going into a shop to get realigned. We get to be here in this human experience, and we get to support each other, to guide each other back home to who we really are before the world, programs, and conditions told us who to be. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go into an activation today to clear and deepen the roots of subconscious mind that no longer serve you, that no longer can dictate how you operate in this world. You get to take the driver's seat and see everything around you as this Mario game. To make it light, to make it fun, to make it joyful. Even in the moments that feel dark and heavy, knowing that only good is coming from that, knowing that you're only becoming 10 times more stronger, if not 100 times more stronger, from those dark spaces and places. And that you are not alone. And even for a moment thinking, if someone else was going through this thing right now, what would I tell them? Not even tell them, but how would I even show up? I'd remind them that they aren't alone. that they got this. So for a moment, just go ahead and close your eyes, and I want you to repeat the words to yourself, either out loud or in your mind. And I want you to say, I love you, and say your name. I love you, say your name, and just notice even what that brings up for you. So many people are so more comfortable with saying I love you to others than the self. And isn't that interesting? Or others to be able to give to others but not to receive. Isn't that interesting? In this moment in time, we're opening up to receiving more, we're opening up to seeing this oneness more as not a threat, but as an open expansion connection. I am opening my within so I can see more of what I desire without. As I see the things reflected of me through other people and experience, I welcome the discomfort, knowing it's moving to more comfortable me. Because anywhere that I am triggered, I am not set free. And so we want to see these triggers. So I can know where I am stuck. Or beliefs, narratives, which a belief is just a thought you keep on thinking, is occurring. Or different radio stations are playing at the same time, and I just want to hear one song at a time, one frequency, and that frequency of me, the song I know is my song, is me through all the noise. And go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and deep breath out. I am one within first. As I shift and clear these things within, I only send more of that freedom, clarity without me to the world to others. Just like a baby, a newborn baby, and everyone just adores it and goes, oh, so cute. And really, it's just free. It's itself. It doesn't know anything. It's not. What would that be like if you were like that right now? A baby born again, knowing it was of oneness, of wholeness. Because that is who you really are. You are whole, you are complete. And we are all one. And all I want you to do right now is just, again, bring more gentleness to all the aspects that are not you, as they will crumble away, even now. And all those pieces had a purpose, because even how would we know our alignment without not knowing what alignment is and what not alignment is? We're not threatened by being unaligned or moments that are unaligned. We're inviting them in and being strengthened from that time. No one likes their car getting dirty, but the idea of getting it through a car wash and even appreciating it more for its being clean and clear, we can actually appreciate both the dirt and the cleanse. Just like how when you take out certain foods, your palate changes and maybe you don't crave the foods anymore. The same thing of the idea that when we work this mind muscle, then we don't latch on to these narratives and stories and pasts that once were easy to stick no longer can hold weight. So what is the identity of you that you want to be? Versus feeding the identity of who you are now or were yesterday. And I invite you this week to catch a narrative, maybe at least just one. And even asking, show me a narrative that's no longer serving me, so I can become aware of it and conscious to it, and then I can set it free. Because awareness is always the first step. Where am I going to instant gratification? Checking my phone, a certain habit or behavior or pattern that you're noticing. What would it be like to take a different route the next time you go to the grocery store? Or what would it be like to pause before you go on your phone and step outside and look up and take a big deep breath and do something different? Brush your teeth with a different hand. Find a new mantra or affirmation you're going to recite. Tell yourself that you love yourself, if that feels useful. And again, you get to dance with what things feel useful and what things don't. But until something changes, nothing changes. So what are you going to change today, right now? The next interaction you have that brings up something for you, what are you going to do with it? Your boss is upset with you. Well, instead of going, my boss is this, or complaining to a friend, or numbing it, or what are you going to do now with a version of you that handles things with more grace, more certainty, more strength, more kindness, more presence, more awareness, more consciousness? What is that version of you doing? Feed that possibility over the default comfort continued system that's been playing. Like getting into a car and this country music song keeps going on every time you turn in your car and you don't even like country music. Well, today you go into your car and you actually get in and you change the channel and you change the station for next time that you come in to be the channel you actually want. How long have you been sitting in the car letting this country song play your movie? And just notice whatever coming up for you today. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, release. And just see that new version of you with any pattern, behavior, or program that's been going on for you and making it anew, making it different. Just like you'd want for anybody else. Because you'd wish for the man or the boss that's yelling at you, that really there's a form of him yelling at himself, that you'd want him to shift. You'd want him to be free and clear. Is a beautiful concept that an ex-partner you'd have, as much as it will maybe feel uncomfortable for many to think, you would want them to be with a partner even better than you. And just sit that for a moment and notice how that feels. When you're like, no, I want someone worse off, or them to never find anyone, but the real work is actually wanting them to be even better after disconnecting with you. And we'll dive into that in a future episode, more of that fun, because it gets to be fun. If you're not making it fun, then why? Why even do the internal work? We get to make it more fun and playful here, and you get to enjoy the more expansion alignment of who you really are. So how can you work this muscle of really understanding this oneness today and bring this more into your life and see this beautiful magic of you setting you more and more free? And if you'd like to hear more about the work that I be, and you want to join a group container that is just so incredible, with incredible souls joining and setting themselves free, quick, efficiently, and effectively, in deeper mind, we get to the root, we take out the fluff and the bullshit, and get right to clearing your fear and shifting your anxieties, worries, all the deeper things that are no longer and never you. Feel free to reach out. And if I have one-on-one openings too, we can speak of that as well. But I so am grateful for you always being here and intend that this activated you in ways that will continue to expand you, even now. As always, you got this, sending you so much love, and I will see you next time.